Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Ted Cruz is at it again. Yeah, fam. Ted. Okay, fam. We got a storm coming to Houston in the next couple of days, a cold storm. The last time a cold storm came through Houston in 2021, over 250 people were killed across the state of Texas. Ted Cruz noticeably was absent. Yeah, man, he bailed on us, fam. He went to Cancun. Him and his family was in Cancun. He tried to lie and say that his daughter had some type of competition, had a competition in Cancun, but the lie detector determined that that was a lie. And so now we got this storm brewing, and it's on its way here. And Ted, who is the senator in Texas, who lives in Houston, has caught out again. Once again, he's caught out. Let me back up. I'm not sure if he lives in Houston, but I know he spends a lot of time here. But he's gone, fam. He took off to Laguna, California, Laguna Beach. He gone. He out. The senator took off. I mean, like, can you imagine having, let's say, some type of conflict, and the general flees? Y'all on the battlefield, y'all squabbling, and the general take off, going in a different direction. Gone, leave y'all behind to fight, fend for yourselves. Yeah, that's Ted Cruz, fam. Ted Cruz. This dude is incorrigible. Ted Cruz, and this is on Fox affiliate 4. Ted Cruz spotted on a plane to Laguna Beach ahead of Texas winter storm. That's cold-blooded, man. The senator caught out again. So we got a photo of Senator Ted Cruz on a plane to Laguna Beach as Texas braces for a winter storm is drawing a lot of attention. What we know, the photo posted by Shay Jordan Smith on X was reportedly taken on Tuesday. It appears to show the senator from Texas heading to coastal California, while the rest of the state prepares for a weekend of possible ice and snow. You put him on blast. Look at Shay. What up, Shay? Senator Ted Cruz was spotted earlier today, January 20, 2026, on a plane headed to Laguna Beach as the state of Texas braced for a rare ice threat and Arctic cold front. What they're saying, a spokesperson for Senator Cruz, watch out, fam. Here they come. Here come the cleanup. Spokesperson for Senator Cruz confirmed that he did leave town on Tuesday. Senator Cruz is currently on pre-planned work travel that was scheduled weeks in advance. He will be back in Texas before the storm is projected to hit, the spokesperson said in a statement to Fox 4. Now, family, I'm going to pause right there for a few ticks. And I just want to say this, family. Just know that they're going to come up with some type of excuse as to why he was not in Houston when that storm hit, why he was not in Texas, because he represents the whole state. So why he was not in Texas when the storm hit. They're going to come up with an excuse. It's going to be a while, but they're going to probably say something like the senator tried to make it back, but the planes were grounded. The planes were not permitted to land. He was in the sky, and they had to turn around and make an emergency landing. They're going to come up with some type of lie. He ain't coming back. He's not. He's not coming back before the storm hits. He's going to wait till after the storm hits and after whatever power gets knocked out is restored. The last time, I mean, it was cold. Let me tell you something, fam. This is a hot state. So when it's anything under 70, Man, we start putting on coats around here. Well, at least jackets. Yeah, we got to have some sleeves on, man. This is a hot weather state, or warm weather state, some might say, but I say hot. I like the heat more than I like cold. I can deal with the heat. That cold, I cannot do, man. I can't do. But the heat, I can tolerate. So when that cold storm came, not only was people thrown off, with the weather and shivering and going on, but you couldn't get warm because the electricity was knocked out. Power grids was knocked out all over the city. It took a while for them to get it back right. But Ted fled. He was out of here. He was gone. This is the senator, y'all. And guess what? They still voted for him. They still voted for him. This just goes to show you, family, people will vote against their best interest time and time and time again. Yeah. Let's get back to it. So the backstory. In February 2021, Cruz was heavily criticized for vacationing in Cancun, Mexico, while millions of his constituents were suffering with no power, heat, or running water. Temperatures in the Lone Star State plunged to dangerous record lows and overwhelmed the state's power grid. Then, many without power and heat had to deal with frozen pipes that later flooded their homes. The storm claimed the lives of an estimated 246 people across the state. RIP again to all of those lives that were lost and the people who were left behind and had their lives changed forever. But Ted Cruz didn't care about none of that. Ted Cruz was up out of there. Say Cruz apologized for leaving Texas with his family to visit a luxury resort in sunny, warm Mexico. He called it a mistake and told reporters in hindsight he wished he hadn't gone. But remember, fam, I told you earlier, he initially lied about it and said that it had something to do with his twin daughters having some type of competition. I initially planned to stay through the weekend and to work remotely there, but as I was heading down there, I started having second thoughts almost immediately because the crisis here in Texas, yeah, right. You need to be there on the ground. You need to be here on the ground. It's not the same as being here, he said in an interview with Fox's Sean Hannity. Oh, so that's it? That's it. So, but again, fam, look how easily he circumvented the facts. The dude just bounced. He deserted his state. See, in a time of crisis, that's when you really want to come through. That's when you want to show people that you deserve their vote, right or wrong, right or wrong. If you're a politician and something's going down in your city, when there's a crisis, that's when you want to have boots on the ground. That's when you want to roll your sleeve up and show people you're ready to go, right? Now, you can say what you want to say about the mayor of New Orleans, but when Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans, he was on the ground. He had boots on the ground. Man rolled his sleeves up. Talking about Mayor Nagin, he rolled his sleeves up and he got on out there and mixed it up. That would have been the time for Ted Cruz to, grab one of his homeboys, big trucks or something, and came through and rescued some people, fed people. He could have done something, right? He could have just went to one of the charities, went to one of those foundations or a church or something, and handed out blankets or supplies, right? He didn't do any of that. This joker took off to Cancun and watched it on TV like everybody else. And that's a senator did that. If you have a friend in a crisis situation, the time to prove your friendship is, well, let me put it like this. Being a friend is one of those things that you earn over and over and over again. Some people say, well, I ain't got to prove that I'm a friend. Well, how else I know you're a friend if you don't prove it? So yeah, that's the time to show. Look here, man, I'm going to show up and show out for my friend. If your friend call you at 3 o'clock in the morning and say, I got a flat tire. I'm 100 miles outside of the city. I ain't got no bread, or let's say I don't have any type of towing service. Man, can you help me out? Can you come through? I don't even think there's any records out here. Can you come get me? By the time he say you come get me, can you come get me? You already got your shoes on. You heading out the door. That's a friend. A friend don't get on the phone and be like, well, damn, man, have you tried to call such? Oh, well, can you da-da-da-da? Now, I can get it if you out of pocket. If you're out of pocket, you're out of pocket. And the least that you can do is try to help find somebody who can get out there and help them, right? If you're out of pocket, you're all the way out of pocket, ain't nothing you can really do, you really can't help, cool. But if there's any way you can get up out of there, man, breaking your sleep, it's not an excuse. Having to go to work the next morning, it's not an excuse. Anything short of a crisis situation, or, a situation where, well, yeah, a crisis situation, there should be no excuse to help a friend in need. You get your ass up out that bed. How many times in a lifetime is your friend gonna call you at 3 o'clock in the morning and ask you for a favor like that? Now, I get it if it's somebody ain't a real friend, because some of us got associates, not really friends. But it's a friend in need is a friend indeed, right? So if it's a friend, you don't say, well, can you call such, because more than likely, just like you, under a situation like that, you would call the person who is most likely to come help you out, the most likely to come to your aid. And if you calling those people in chronological order. So maybe you already called the person you thought that would come the most, would be the most likely to come, right? So you call that person. Maybe you call another person. But when you call me, obviously, I'm it. Cool. I got you. That's the type of cat I am. But what about you, fam? What say you? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And Ted Cruz, you got to go. I can't stand your ass. No more talk.